Okay, your test is Tuesday at class time, 9 o'clock, right? What was your question? You have to say it loud so they can hear it.
Do you have to go to the study halls?
Okay, if you have to take my test, then you have to be, test is Wednesday, you have to be in my class Thursday and Friday. With the exception, once you have taken your last final, you can leave and not come back.
Wait, when is the 7th hour final?
Wait, you can't ask in the middle of hers.
Sorry.
What?
When is the 7th hour final?
7th hour final is Thursday at 7th hour.
Okay.
Now, what's your questions?
Can we come up for study halls even if we don't have that test, if we have that test exempted?
Can you still come? Yes.
Okay. Because for me, like with my art class, I have an art assignment that's not my final. I'm exempt from the final test. But I would like to go to school and work on art class.
You need to come up and finish the I get it. Yes.
So if all your tests are on the same day, you can just leave the
They're not
next
all
one.
the same day. Oh,
All
yeah,
the
that's
even
exempted,
classes are.
yeah.
Yeah.
Then, yes, you don't. Once you've taken your last test. Now, the kicker is, as an example, you cannot, once you come to school, you have to stay until you're through that day. So, for instance, on Wednesday, the tests are 2nd, 4th, and 6th. If you only have to take 2nd and 6th, you still have to be here until 6th hour is over. You cannot keep coming and leaving. And once you come, you're here until time for you to leave for the day.
What if you're exempt from all of your tests, but you're coming up to school Thursday?
Well, then you just need to check in. But once you leave, you can't come back. Does that make sense?
So I can leave after I take this test.
What?
So if I only have this test that day, then I can just leave afterwards.
Yeah.
If you don't have any more tests that day, yes.
Yep.
Yes. But you can't leave until the hour is over.
Okay.
You can't leave in the middle of class because that's too big a distraction. Anybody else have a question?
So, just to clarify, if you're exempting all your tests, you have to come in all.
No.
Yes.
No, sophomores can.
You can only exempt 2.
You can only exempt 2. Now, I'm gonna tell you something that was told to me about sophomores. When you think about what tests you want to exempt, maybe you want to exempt your Friday tests, so you don't have to come to school at all on Friday.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're going off grades.
Yeah, well, I know, but that's if that's not a factor for you. All right. Anybody else have a question? We're good on it. You know what to expect next week? Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. This test is Wednesday at 9 o'clock, right?
Yeah.
All right. And don't forget your bonus homework pass is due no later than next Monday.
Go ahead and start.
If your name is on it, simple directions here, solve the triangle.
Okay.
What does that mean?
All sides.
That means find all the angles, all the sides. Correct? So, how am I going to do that? Law of sines?
In this case, there is arc sine.
So 42 over the sine of 63 equals 26 over the sine of A. Is that right? Well, I thought you were going to do it in your head.
I mean, if only I could.
Yeah, these don't work so well, do they?
Oh, yeah. Is this
Well, it could be.
Okay.
We don't know. It just says anytime on law of sines, if you find an angle first, it could be ambiguous.
Really?
Yes. Anytime you find an angle first. So what did you find for angle A? Is that what you all got?
And it is not.
How did you find out it was not?
Well, I use a shortcut because if the angle we found is smaller than the angle given, then there's not going to be this high.
What happens if they're the same?
And they're just not defined. Because there wouldn't be.
Well, it depends on the number.
Yeah. No.
Yeah.
Because
If it's 45, 45, and they're the same, then it's going to be a triangle.
no.
Yes. 45 plus 45.
Okay, so anyway, there's one triangle, right? So what do I need to find now?
C.
Angle C. What is angle C? 83.5? Okay, I'm going to pause there just a minute because I want to say to you, first of all, these are angles. They have to have a degree sign. I will count off for no degree sign. Secondly, all three angles have to add up to what?
180.
So in all your rounding, they still have to add to 180. Make it happen. All right? So now what do I need to find? C. Side C. Okay. So 42 over the sine of 63 equals C over the sine of 83.5. What is C? What?
26.
Anybody agree or disagree?
Wait, what'd you say?
26.
I got something different. 46?
I got 46.8.
Yeah, that's what I got.
46.
Okay.
C is
Oh, I see what I've done.
either 46.8 or 47, right? Okay, on the test, let's round everything to the 10th. All right? So this would actually be what, 46.8? Okay. Let's round everything to the 10th. Everybody okay with that? Okay. Moving right along. This time, A is 78 degrees. A is 4, B is 18. What am I going to find first? Angle B. So 4 over the sine of 78 is equal to 18 over the sine of B. Right? What? What are you telling me? What are you telling me? Okay. You cannot just leave it blank. You have to write. No, try. If you leave it blank, I assume you didn't know what to do. Right? No. Triangle. Hello, sir. Are we good with that?
Yes.
All right. Moving right along. This time, we're still in ambiguous case. Remember that, right? So this time,
Should all the questions just be no triangle?
wouldn't that be
I
nice?
love that.
A is 26 degrees. is 10 and little b is 8. All right, what are we going to find first? Angle B. So 10 over the sine of 26 is equal to 8 over the sine of B. Right? Who's got an answer?
Because I was writing back.
Wait just a minute, make sure everybody agrees with you.
I agree.
So what is it?
20.5 degrees.
20.5 degrees. Okay, is there another triangle?
Possibly.
Possibly. So what are you going to do to get that other triangle? 180 minus 20.5, okay? So what is my second angle B?
169.5.
159.5. Wait a minute, what has to be with that?
Degrees.
Degrees. Remember, tomorrow, it points off if you don't say degrees, because we're in degrees on this one, not radians, right? So you got to specify. Now, can we find angle C? What's my first angle C? 133.5 degrees. Okay. Now, do you want to find the first side C or the second angle C? You've got to keep them together. Remember, they're a set. You don't know what are you finding?
There's not a second triangle.
Yeah, there's not.
There's not a second triangle?
The angle that we found is smaller than the angle given.
Ah, very good. So we can mark those out.
That part. We're talking about something else. Oh, like when I said that, like everyone was like, that's not accurate. I'm like, yes, it is.
Good job, Chandler. Good job. All right, so now we need what? Side C. So 10 over the sine of 26 is C over the sine of 133.5? Okay. It's what? 16.5? Little c is 16.5. Everybody agree with that?
Yes.
Make sure you already got that. I want to make sure everybody knows what we're doing. All right. Now that you have that, do you all understand how you would have got a second triangle? And I will tell you, on the test tomorrow, guaranteed, there's going to be a no triangle. And guaranteed, there's going to be two triangles. That's guaranteed.
Will the majority be one triangle?
The majority is one triangle, yes, it is. But it's going to happen with both. Now, what happens, what's the other thing we did besides law of sines? Law of cosine. Yes.
Do we? Oh yeah, that's the angle.
You all know the law of cosine's formula? Remember, you have to know law of sines. That is not on the test. You have to know that formula. You have to know law of cosines.
Cosines, it's like I feel like I get it's like pretty much the same, but it's just so long.
It is long. It is long. I agree. I agree. So, angle A is, let's make it bigger than that. Let's make it about 93 degrees.
Irene, oh my goodness.
Well, it's obtuse. We just made it big. It's obtuse. It's okay. Okay. Let's say B is 12 and C is 14. Now, I just made this up, so I sure hope it turns out to be a triangle. Remember, A squared is 12 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 12 times 14 cosine of 93. You remember that?
It's been a while, Miss Poplin. It's been a while.
Now remember, we have switched to cosine. So remember, when you put it in your calculator, you're now using cosine instead of sine. That's the biggest mistake people make on that test, is that they put the wrong word in right there.
I agree.
You agree? Good. So A is 18.9, right?
Yep.
Now what do we need to find? You got it, Cadence? Good job. Good job.
We find the smallest angle, so we're finding angle B.
We're going to find angle B, but what are we going to use to find angle B? Law of sines. That is right. So 12 over the sine of B is equal to 18.9 over the sine of 93. Wait a minute, let everybody agree. Some people aren't quite as quick with their fingers. What do you think? Think that's the right answer?
Like the worst part is that like halfway through the day I have to switch out. Like next semester that we chemistry third hour. I don't know how.
Oh, it's gonna be horrible. It's two different things.
Oh, you'll be fine. You'll be fine.
It's math. I'm like, no, it's not.
So did we agree 39.3?
Yes.
Okay, what are we missing?
See,
180 minus 39.3 minus 93.
it's 47.7 degrees.
Yes.
47.7 degrees. Because they have to, remember, they all have to add to 180. So watch on your rounding that they all add up to 180, right? Okay, the hard part of law of cosines? Is the hard part of law of cosines okay to do?
There's a hard part.
Yeah, remember this one?
You have to find the
A is 11, B is 13, and C is 14.
This is nothing.
This is nothing. Good, good, good.
If I don't get the A on the test tomorrow,
I'm gonna cry.
like, I don't know how that makes sense.
Okay, we have to find A first. Agreed?
Yes.
So 11 squared is equal to 13 squared plus 14 squared minus 2 times 13 times 14 times the cosine of A. Once again, guys, we're in cosine. Remember, you're using cosine, right? So 11 squared minus 13 squared minus 14 squared over negative 2 times 13 times 14 is cosine of A.
47.9 degrees.
Yeah, dude, literally.
This
I'm still writing down the full book.
It's written in my thing.
Give them a minute. You guys, I'll give you a minute to make sure you get it in right. Be sure you put this all in one term in your calculator. Don't do piece by piece. Put it all as once. Okay? Make sure we can all do it.
Praying for you all. Have a great day.
Good job, guys. Good job.
Get it through the day.
I'm like sweating like you would believe. What did we come up with? You're kidding.
On law of cosines, you can't have, it's not ambiguous.
It is not ambiguous. That's why we always start with the smallest, so we don't have to worry about that. 61.3. That is angle A.
guys, I'm already on B. I'm so sorry.
It's
I already have 47.9.
Yeah.
I've already solved it.
I was like, what? And then for B,
1.3 degrees.
Yeah.
did you switch switch to law signs?
Yes.
Okay, 61.3?
Yeah.
It said that, and I looked at it, I was like, oh. I was like, oh, okay. That's
Okay, what about C?
17.8 degrees.
I should have. I thought we were just doing A.
It's okay.
Hey, is that wrong?
I didn't even get the right answer.
Sarah, you know how to do law signs,
Yeah, I do.
so you're okay.
You're good.
You're good.
I'm okay.
It's okay.
Yeah, alright.
Okay. We good with solving triangles?
Yeah.
One thing left on the test.
Karen.
Heron's formula.
I think I'm gonna get an A this one. I honestly think I'm gonna get an A.
You are.
Well, okay. Guys, I know everybody in here is capable of making A. The thing is, watch around you. Put your degree sign. Pay attention if you're using sine or cosine. Right? What?
That's why I haven't gotten an A on every single test in years.
Because of the little details.
Because I'm not focused on. I'm just like, what to do? I'm like, oh crap.
All right. Okay, I'm going to tell you Heron's formula is on the test. Okay? It says this.
I've already forgotten more things.
This.
Oh, it's this one. Got it. Wait, there's more than one? No.
No, it,
I'm still remembering one. No, A stands for area, which is really confusing.
Yes, it is. I agree. A is 15, B is 18, C is 20. Okay, what I don't tell you on the test
How to find the
is what S is.
Isn't that 1/2 times 15 plus 18 plus 20?
1/2 the perimeter.
I knew that.
Right. Right.
What was that?
I don't know.
So what is S?
That was basic time.
What is S? Am I having?
Wait, I gotta get it. Dang it, Kristen.
Seriously, I was gonna get that one.
I'm trying to do the best.
26.5
Wait. Hold on a second.
times.
Oh my gosh, why did they give it to me in a freaking
Are you using a bad word in here?
I didn't.
Don't use a bad word in here.
I'm sure it's 1/2 and then times A plus B plus 2.
26.5. Okay.
What?
We already figured that out.
Yeah, I know. I'm
Crap.
close.
Wait, I'm still.
Is that right?
Wait.
Right, so 26.5.
129.8.
Oh my god.
But you didn't give us the units, so units.
Square units.
Yeah.
Race.
It's not a race.
It feels like it is.
Well, that's
Math is
because,
a race. Math has always been a race.
I was starting to say, that's
Especially
because
having math with
competition wherever we can get it, right?
Yeah.
We literally have had math together like every single year. And we're just like constantly like doing faster.
You're being all right over here. Are you okay? On that thing we've done?
Marley,
Wait,
you're gonna
what'd you
say-
get?
I got tired
Oh,
of
it's like
pressing everybody.
29.8.
That is not what I heard you say, but
Wait, what'd you get?
129.8 units squared.
Okay. That was all I, thank you.
Is that what you got?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. Yep.
So area is 129.8, guys. Square units.
Oh, Marley, I saw you yesterday at the Christmas tree farm again. So I'm back.
Oh yeah. I said that. You didn't say hi to me.